So if you got my email this morning, I said we're going to be working in Tabata style today. So if you've never done Tabata, it's just a interval format where we work for 20 seconds and rest for 10. And we do that for 8 rounds for a total of 4 minutes, not 8 minutes. So that was a typo in my email. So it's a total of 4 minutes of work, and then we'll take a break. So we're just going to be working kind of in 4-minute time blocks today, with little rest in between. Okay. So before we get started, let's warm up, and we're going to start with a couple of breaths. So let's go ahead and take those feet underneath our hips, and we'll roll those shoulders down and back. Take those arms by our side. You can also place one hand on your belly, one on your heart, if that helps make it easier for you to be intentional about breathing into your lungs and expanding your rib cage rather than breathing through your chest, right? There we go. We're going to take a deep breath in. Feel free to close your eyes if you'd like. And exhale. And as you breathe in, think about expanding the rib cage in all directions. Breathe in. And exhale. A few more. Take a deep breath in. And really use this time to just become aware of your body. Feel those feet against the ground. Take note of how you feel. Deep breath in. And exhale. And one more deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Those breaths always help me wake up and just get focused for my workout. All right, so I hope everyone's feeling good so far. Yeah, having a good morning. All right, so we're going to mobilize real quick, and then we'll get into our movements for the day. So we're going to start with an upright lunge with a rotation. We're going to take your right leg in front, and we're going to step your left foot back, and then plant that heel into the floor. We're going to bend that front knee. So a lot of my weight is pushing forward into my right leg, so that front leg's bent. We're going to take our arms in front. Take a deep breath in. Your right arm is going to sweep up, and then exhale, open to the back. Go ahead, turn that head. Get a little stretch through the neck here as you look back at that right hand and bring it back to center one more time. Deep breath in. And exhale, open up to the back. Good. All right, bring it back to center, and we'll do the other side. So we're going to take that left foot in front, right foot to the back, lost my balance there, and we're going to plant that heel into the ground, lean that weight into that front foot. Excuse me, I feel like I'm burping up my banana I had before our workout. All right, arms in front, deep breath in, left arm's going to sweep up and over. So we're opening that chest towards that bent leg. Good, and bringing it back to center. And one more time, deep breath in. Arm sweeps up and over. Open up that chest. Good. And bring it back to center. Nice job. All right, take those feet underneath our hips. Soften the knees. We're going to take our arms by our side. Spread out those fingers and reach out to the side. And we're going to take our right ear to our right shoulder. Feel that stretch in the upper part of the shoulder. Roll that chin down and across. And over to the other side. Good. And bring that head back to center. We'll relax the shoulders. And one more time, we'll reach to the floor. Spread those fingertips. Reach to the floor. We're going to take left ear to left shoulder. Maybe just make note of the difference between both sides. How does it feel? And we'll roll that chin down and across. Chest over to the other side. And back to center. Good. All right, we're going to take those hands in front, palms up. So arms are parallel with the ground, but we're going to lift them up just a little bit higher. So you want those palms kind of in line with your eye line here. Thumbs are out. We're going to open up those arms and a subtle squeeze in the back. So bring it back to center. Good. Keep those palms elevated. Open up. Squeeze. And bring it back to center. So you're just doing a little scapular retraction, activating the shoulder blades, activating activating the upper back to help support it. And while we're here, we might as well also activate our core. So while you have those hands up, think about pulling your hips in, engaging that core as you stand. Good. Deep breath in, open up, squeeze. And exhale, relax. Let's get 2 more in, open up. And exhale. And last one, open up. And squeeze. Good. All right, and I always forget to tell you this, but of course, if you have some music you want to play while you work out, please feel free to do so. I'm not playing any music because we're recording class, but if you do, just make sure your mics are muted. All right, we're going to take our legs out into a wide stance here. And you try to make sure those toes are pointing forward. Sometimes it's a little bit more comfortable, kind of take like 45-degree angle with the foot. If you need that just for comfort of your knees or hips, please feel free to do so. All right, we are going to shift our weight over to the right. We're going to bend that knee, and we're going to sit into that right hip. Good. Now, I want you to be mindful. Notice how my foot is on the outside of my knee outside of my hip. So it's kind of like this line coming this way. What you don't want is to be like this. You want that knee and foot facing forward as much as possible, and then sit the hips back. Come back to center. We're going to go back to the left this time. So we're going to shift our weight to the left, bend that knee, sit the hips back, and again, be mindful of that angle. See how my foot, knee, hip kind of create this line here, and back to center. And again, to the right. Now that leg angle is a very complex, like, vector physics explanation. We won't get into that, but just to protect your knees and hips, make sure, you know, those ankle, knee, and hip are in alignment. And we'll go back to the left one more time. Sit those hips back, feel that stretch on the inside of the legs. Good, and come back to center. All right, bring those feet in. We're gonna go into an inchworm. So 2 options here. Starting with those feet underneath the hips, soften the knees. We're gonna reach towards the ground as much as you can, and we're gonna crawl out to a high plank. In that plank, we're just gonna hold a few seconds and then crawl those hands back. Now, if you need a different variation and you need a supported plank, we can take a surface, a table or chair, and start out in that plank, and then walk those feet back, and then walk the feet in. So a couple options there for you. We'll keep this chair back here. All right, so we are just doing a couple inchworms. Feel free to take these at your own pace, holding that plank for a few seconds. And we're just making note of how the body feels. Like, what happens when we hinge, right? We're just becoming aware of our body. Should be feeling that stretch to the hamstrings. Making note, do my wrists feel okay? Do my shoulders feel okay? Are my shoulders down away from my ears? Then, of course, start to bend those knees as you crawl back up. Let's all get one more good inchworm. Good. And we'll crawl those hands back. All right. We are going to go into a single leg balance, just holding a couple seconds on each side, just kind of activating our nervous system, and then we'll get into our Tabata intervals. So feet underneath those hips. We're going to shift our weight over to the left, and we're going to pick up that right knee. Okay? I want you to hold those hands out. Hold that knee as long as you can. If you need support, feel free to touch something, but try to really engage that core here. Think about string pulling at the top of your head, working on that balance on that standing foot. You want a soft knee, and think about spreading out those toes. And we're going to hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, let's shift over to the other side. Spread those toes out, soften that knee. We're going to pick up that left knee. We're gonna hold it up, arms out to the side. Engage that core, string at the top of your head. Good. You think big toe, little toe, heel into the ground. So suction that foot into the ground. It's gonna help you keep your balance. Keep that core engaged and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, take those feet a little bit wider than hip width, soft knees. We're gonna go quick feet for 10 seconds, okay? So you're just gonna pitter patter those feet as fast as you can. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, let's go, pitter patter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good, we're gonna do that one more time. Hopefully you're all starting to feel a little bit warm. All right, here we go. Feet a little bit wider than hip width. Soft knees, sit those hips back. Stay low, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Quick feet, pitter patter. Nice job. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. Good work. All right, grab a sip of water. I'm gonna take a sip. All right, our first Tabata interval, remember, total of 4 minutes. We're working 4 minutes. We're going to work 20 seconds and rest for 10, okay? So if 4 sounds like a lot in 4 minutes, focus on those 20-second intervals. You can do anything for 20 seconds. All right, so first movement, we're going to start on our right leg. So we are going to stand on that right leg. Left leg is going to step back. We're going to go into a reverse lunge. Okay, come back to center. We're going to kickstand that left foot, arms behind the head. We're going to hinge, single leg RDL. Okay, so a little bit of combination movement. Go ahead and keep those hands behind the head. So we'll keep our arms up, elbows out, so you'll feel those shoulder blades squeeze. So we're going to step back, reverse lunge, step into a kickstand, and hinge. Okay, reverse lunge, step in, hinge. Okay, little combination movement. So we're going to be on the right leg 20 seconds, then we'll switch over to the left leg. So for anyone that's confused about that kickstand, what you're going to do is keep your feet aligned, your knees are aligned. You're just going to pop one foot back, okay? So pop that foot, and your weight should be on that standing leg. That toe foot back there is just more for support, okay? If you want to do a different variation, want to practice your balance, we can go into a T there, okay? All right, here we go. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, we're gonna step back, reverse lunge, come on in, hip hinge. Now remember, couple options, reverse lunge. You can also take it into a T for more of a single leg balance. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. All right, 10 seconds rest. And we're gonna go to the other side. So I'm standing on my left leg. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Reverse lunge, bring it in, hip hinge, right? Reverse lunge. You can take it to that single leg balance if you'd like. Bring it in, reverse lunge, and hip hinge. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. So with that hip hinge, let me pause this for a second. So with your hip hinge, you want to make sure you keep your back straight. So I saw some of you kind of rounding here. You want to think about someone like pulling your hips straight back. You see how my back stays straight, right? So think about this like when you're picking things up. You know, I say pick things up with your legs, not your back. So if we bend over here, if we're kind of have this C shape in our spine, we're using a lot of our back to pull ourselves up. If we keep our back straight, sit our hips back, you're using those hammies, those big leg muscles. So just keep that in mind. Back to that right side. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Reverse lunge. Good. And hip hinge. Sit those hips back. Reverse lunge. Good. Hip hinge. And reverse lunge. So in that hinge, just imagine your husband's right behind you. You're kind of sticking your booty out. And rest. Have him kind of check you out behind, you know? All right, other side. Left leg. 3, 2, 1. Reverse lunge. Into a hip hinge. Reverse lunge. And hip hinge. Always keep that standing knee soft. Reverse lunge. Sit the hips back. Good. One more. Reverse lunge. And rest. All right. Okay, we got 2 more on each side. Here we go. Right side. 3, 2, 1. Reverse lunge. And that hip hinge. So you should start to feel this in your hamstrings. I'm already sweating a bit. Nice work, everyone. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Yeah, your shoulders probably start to burn too if you are keeping those shoulders engaged. Left leg, let's go. Reverse lunge and hip hinge. I love Tabata. It goes by so fast. You all know I love to talk, so like intervals are hard for me. So I'm like, oh, I need to keep talking. And rest. See, 20 seconds goes by so fast. All right, one more round on each side, and we'll be done with this circuit. So right leg, let's go. Reverse lunge to a hip hinge. Reverse lunge. Sit those hips back. Good. Reverse lunge and hip hinge. Doing great, everyone. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. Now just be mindful you're not pulling your shoulders up. Keep them down away from those ears. Left leg, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So step that knee back. Always keeping that weight on that front leg. So my right leg is sort of just floating around right now. Good. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, awesome work, everyone. I feel like my hamstrings, glutes, back are all awake now, ready to take on the day. All right, we're gonna combine our next Tabata with a little core and a little cardio, a little bit of cardio. So we're gonna go plank, shoulder taps. So Coach Matt is gonna demonstrate high plank and shoulder taps on the floor. So what he's doing is in his plank position, he's just reaching across, tapping the other shoulder, okay? I will demonstrate elevated plank. So in a chair or with a table, you're gonna keep those shoulders over your wrist, step back to that high plank. Same thing, you're just gonna reach across. And if you take your feet a little bit wider, helps you balance a little bit more. Or you also have the option of just holding that plank, okay? So, plank shoulder taps. Second exercise, we're just gonna alternate those two jumping jacks. Okay, a little bit of cardio for your morning. Help wake you up, okay? If you're not jumping today, we're gonna go lateral steps side to side, okay? Let's hit it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and plank shoulder taps. So whichever variation you prefer. You can go high plank on the floor, elevated plank. Either way, make sure those shoulders over your wrist, rib cage is tucked in, squeezing those glutes. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. rest 10 seconds. We're going into jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds. Nice work. I don't know why intervals always feel longer when we do cardio. Woo. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, back to that high plank, shoulder taps. Here we go. Let's go ahead, make our way down to the floor or to our chair or table. Find that plank. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Or reaching across to that opposite side. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind, if you feel like your hips are really swinging side to side, bring it back to the center. Take those feet a little bit wider. Squeeze that belly button to your spine and tap. And rest. All right, come on up. Woo. All right, back up, jumping jacks, 20 seconds. Let's go. Woo. 10 seconds went by so fast. Nice work, everyone. Keep it up. Three, 2, 1, and rest. All right, quick note about jumping jacks. You gotta make sure those knees are not caving in. Knees are out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. High plank. Shoulder taps. Let's go. We're reaching across. Really feel that rib cage pulled in, belly button pulled in, glutes are squeezing. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Come on up. All right. A little over halfway. 3, 2, 1. Jumping jacks. Fun note, jumping jacks are great for your lymphatic system. Helps kind of move that fluid around. Beneficial for your immune system. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, my nerdiness is coming out. All right, last round of each. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Just one more minute of work. 20 seconds each. 10 seconds of rest in between. Good, nice work. Nice and steady. Keep that pace. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Come on up. All right, last round, jumping jacks. I'm gonna go jumping or lateral steps. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice work, everyone. Keep that core engaged. Knees are going out. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Woo! Nice work, everyone. All right, that's the end of our Tabata round. We've got one more round of Tabata. Grab a quick sip of water. All right, we are going to work our lateral lunge a bit more, like we did earlier in the warm-up. We're gonna add single leg balance to it. So it'll be similar to our first Tabata where we're working the right side and then working the left side, okay? So here are our two options. So we're gonna go step out into a right lateral lunge. So we're gonna sit into that right hip, and then you're gonna drive that leg back up to a single leg balance, okay? Lateral lunge. So this is why that angle I was talking about earlier is important, because if your shin is kind of facing in towards you, makes it easier to come back this way as opposed to being like here and then sending your body back the other way, okay? Option two, if that back and forth is just a lot for you, no problem. We'll stand in a wide stance. So I have this option here. We're gonna go to the right and then come back to center. We're gonna go to the right and then come back to center. So 2 of those options for you. If you know a better option, feel free to do that one. But here we go. We're gonna go 4 minutes. We're gonna go on the right and then to the left. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, lateral lunge to the right, single leg balance, okay? With that balance, take your time, okay? No rush, engage that core, hold it for just a second. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. Okay, going to the other side, going to the left, same thing. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Step out into that lunge. Sit the hips back. Bring it back to a single leg balance. Nice job. Good. Lateral lunge. Single leg balance. Now remember, you also have the option. Just come back to the middle. If you're just practicing that lateral lunge, perfectly fine. And rest. Woo. Lost my balance on that last one. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Right side, lateral lunge, and back. All right, other thing to keep in mind, try not to drop that chest, right? You want to keep that chest up so I can still see your smiling face. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Hold it and rest. Good job. All right, other side, left side. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Step it out to the left. Lateral lunge. Single leg balance. So which side is easier for you, the left or the right? That's normal if you have like one side's a little bit easier. Usually our dominant side is easier. 3, 2, 1, and rest. But I always think it's important to just make note of, you know, what's easier, which side's harder. Right side, 3, 2, 1, lateral lunge, single leg balance. So I think if we're like aware of those differences on each side, then we know where we need to work on a little bit more. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. All right, left side. And then we have one more round on each. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lateral lunge. Bring it back to center. Nice job. Lateral lunge. Back to center. All your glutes are going to be thanking me tomorrow. So when it hurts to sit on the toilet, think of me. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Just kidding. Please don't think of me in the bathroom. All right, one more time each side. To the right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hips back. Good. Belly button in. Remember, string at the top of the head. Nice job. Lateral lunge. Excellent. Nice work. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Shake it out. All right, other side. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Left side lunge to single leg balance. Left side lunge and balance. Remember, don't be in a rush. Hold that balance for just a second. Own that balance, right? 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Nice work. Grab a sip of water. All right. Let's finish out. I know it's just a little bit past 9:30, but if you have time, let's finish out with a high plank hold. We're just gonna hold 30 seconds, okay? And I think I want to start to kind of like build our time each month, give you some homework to work on in between our monthly classes. So we're going to go into a high plank hold. I'm going to talk you through all of the checkpoints that you should be checking when you're holding a plank, okay? This is recorded, so if you need to play this on repeat later. you can do it. I might even make like a little segment video. We'll see. All right, so Coach Matt is going to show high plank on the floor, right? So shoulders over the wrist, hips in line with the shoulders. I will be in elevated plank. Same thing. Shoulders over wrist, hips in line with shoulders. So they're not down here, they're not up here. One straight line, okay? We're going to hold 30 seconds and we'll run through those checkpoints. So grab my timer. Here we go. So we're gonna start 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go into that high plank hold. And of course, if this is a lot for your wrists, feel free to take it down to your elbows, okay? Whatever works for you. So on your hands, think about corkscrewing those hands into the floor. Feel those shoulders rotate down. Pull the rib cage in, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the kneecaps, press those heels back. Go ahead, tuck that chin back. Nice, good posture. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Come on up. Nice work, everyone. All right, let's go ahead. Take our feet underneath those hips. We're going to take our right leg out in front. We're going to sit our hips back. Feel that stretch to your hamstrings. I'm sweaty. This is hot in here. All right, we're going to shift our weight onto that right foot. And we're going to grab onto that left ankle and then stand up really tall. Feel that stretch through the front of the leg, through that hip flexor. Feel free to take that other arm for support. There's Cinnamon. Hello. Good morning. She's coming out of her little cave. All right, you can take that arm up overhead if you'd like. Good. And relax. And we'll switch to the other side. We'll take that left leg in front, standing on that right leg. We're going to sit those hips back. Breathe in and out. Always connecting back to that breath before and after. Good. And we'll shift that weight onto that left leg, and we'll grab onto that ankle. And take that arm overhead if you're able. If not, feel free to use it for support on a chair or table. And relax. All right, we'll take those arms up by our side. Deep breath in. Reach up tall, and then exhale. Press those palms out to the side. Reach out as far as you can. One more time, deep breath in. And out. Good, and we'll roll those shoulders down and back. Nice work, everyone. Good job today. How's everyone feeling? Feeling good? All right, let me. This is Cinnamon. Hello. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining me for our workout today.